Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. I'm here. Hi. I have been away for a while because of personal things. I just haven't been up for it, really. Haven't managed to do anything except for over the last 3 weeks I have been sucked into the world of fiction, aka books, fantasy and fiction, both. At the moment I'm reading a fantasy series called The Zodiac Academy, but I want to review the Ravenhood series, so Flock, Exodus and The Finish Line. It was supposed to start out as only Flock and Exodus. It's by Kate Stewart, and because it was so popular, but then she just had to make a new book to finish up the series, and I am obsessed. Honestly, I finished these 3 books within a week, or in a week, which is crazy. I'm on my 9th book in 3.5 weeks, which tells you that I have not been doing anything else but reading. So if I just tell you quickly what it is about a girl called Cecilia, and she is estranged with her father, but he's like a multimillionaire and owns a company, and he wants her to work for him for a whole year to see what the company is about, and so she can also get her shares of the company and things like that. So she moves to a town called Triple Falls, and she starts working there for him. And on her first, not even her first day, it was like an induction day. Sorry, there might be some few spoilers if you haven't read it already, but I'll try my best not to give any spoilers. So she met a boy, or man, he's a man, in the induction, and they got on along really well, went to a party, and they started hanging out, and and things escalated. But there were loads of secrets, loads of things that she wasn't expecting. She always wanted some answers. She got to know another boy, or another man, and she fell in love with both of them. And they were actually happy, all 3 of them, which was really hot. So this is a spicy book, if you're into, so this is fiction, so obviously none of it is real, but it happens in this world with humans, so nothing about this has any kind of fantasy, anything. But she gets involved in all of these secrets, but at the same time she doesn't know any of them, and they don't want to tell her to keep her safe and things like that. And there are scenes, spicy, fun scenes that, you know, get you excited in this book, and there are quite a few, and it's fun because you see 2 different sides, because you see her with 2 guys. A lot happens, and there are so many. It's like there's like a gang, but they don't really. It's a gang slash club, not a club. So it's called the Ravenhood series, and they all have a tattoo of a raven. You might be able to see it here, the raven here, and they call themselves the Ravenhood. So kind of like Robin Hood, because what the Ravenhood is about is that they are trying to, they're kind of like Robin Hood, they're stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. but they're just trying to, at the same time, pulling the big rich guys that are mean and bad, and they're putting them down into the ground illegally. But that's alright, right? They're hot, so it's fine. And then the book ends very excitingly. And it's just so good. As I said, reading the 3 books in a week, I got obsessed, and I'm still obsessed. After I finished the 3rd book, I wanted to start all over again and read it all over again. But I decided not to, because that would maybe be a bit too much. I struggled to start a new series or start a new book after this. But I'm obsessed with a new book, with a new series right now. But I have made a deal with myself, and I'm gonna put it out into the open, that from these series, I started to make some songs. So I am going to write a few songs about these series, because this really inspired me, because I never know what to write about, and I really love writing. And I've always wanted to write books and songs. Actually, I've always wanted to write songs, and this gave me the inspiration that I wanted. And hopefully soon I'll be able to show you what I got. We'll see. So keep up to date with that. It's gonna be fun. But then we have Exodus, and spoilers if you haven't read Flock, that is with another man, a 3rd man. He's even hotter than the other 2, and he's older, and he's rougher, and he's the head of the Ravenhood. He's the one that started the whole thing. The first part of this book is where she like falls for him and he falls for her, and then the second part is where they've had to split because of a very bad thing that happened, a very dramatic fight. I don't want to say anymore if you haven't read it. I cried hysterically. This is making my heart like go pitter patter, you know. It's making me emotional. It was so sad. I just can't. Don't cry. Why am I crying over a book? Okay. A very sad thing, and I honestly cried hysterically. I couldn't hold it in, and the tears just started falling. And then about, I don't even know, like probably an hour later, I was still reading, but I was still crying. I couldn't stop reading, and I couldn't stop crying. It was, it just kept on being emotional and sad. The first book is really emotional as well. And my insides, they were just like twisting and turning and making my whole body just be like, want to scream with emotion. But this book also, does this one go between? No. Yeah, this book. Look how pretty. This is the second book. These are the ones in the first book. Where is it? The chapters are like that. It's really cool. She has to go away, and halfway between there are a few years gone past, and things start to happen, and she tries to confront him and other things about the company that her dad owned. And then we go to the finish line. The finish line, let's see the chapter in that one. Ooh, that has the wings, but they kind of more look like ravened angel wings. I like it. Because the guy, Tobias, the bad guy, not the bad guy, the owner, the lord or whatever of the Ravenhood, he has a raven, so tattooed on his back, so he has like the whole thing tattooed on his back like that. and everyone else beneath him only has like wings, or I think they have just wings tattooed on their arms. And then he branded Cecilia with wings while she slept. It's quite not really you want to be doing, but he got people to drug her and tattooed her against her will, without her permission, which is illegal. But a lot of the things that he did were illegal, so you can't really expect anything else. And there's loads of things like you love him, you love Tobias, but you hate him at the same time. You know, it's really difficult not to hate him, but it's really difficult not to love him. In this book, the finish line, the last book, it goes between Tobias's view and Cecilia's view, and also Tobias's past. So you get to see Tobias from when he's young to when he grows up, and you see his whole background. And then you see Cecilia's present, like you've seen in the first two books, but you also see Tobias's present in this one. You can see both sides of the story, and there's a lot that goes on. And Cecilia does things that you were not expecting to happen. I was shooketh to the core. No kidding. She grew strong from what she had gone through. She went through years with a secret she couldn't tell anyone, and she was an outcast, and she's trying to make a life for herself, and then he tries to get back into her life, and she's trying to push him away, but she can't because she loves him. There's so much love. There's so much love. And they... And yeah, I don't know. There's just so much. There's so much, and I want to write songs about it. So much emotion. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. If I read you the excerpts of these books, if we start with Flock, it says, "Can you keep a secret? I grew up sick. Let me clarify. I grew up believing that real love stories include a martyr or demand great sacrifice to be worthy. Because of that, I believed it. Because I made myself believe it, and I'd read the most masochistic of romantic hearts, which resulted in my illness. When I lived this story, my own twisted fairy tale, it was unbeknownst to me at the time because I was young and naive. I gave into temptation and fed the beating beast, which grew thirstier with every slash, every strike, every blow. Triple Falls wasn't all what it seemed, nor were the men that swept me under their wing. You see, wing. But in order to keep them, I had to be in on their secret. Secrets that cost us everything to keep. That's the novelty of fiction versus reality. You can't relive your own love story, because by the time you realize you're living it, it's over. At least that was the case for me, and then I trusted my foolish heart too. Looking back, I'm convinced I willed my story into existence due to my illness." I'm just going to read you that one, and you can decide if you want to read it. But also, I realized after I had read, or while I was reading these books, there's a twist that you maybe could have seen coming before you started reading it, or while you were reading the first book. I didn't realize until the last book. But the town is called Triple Falls, and she fell in love 3 times. I'm just saying, that's the reason it's called Triple Falls. I don't even know if I doubt that town is real. I have no idea. Tell me if it's real. I haven't looked it up. But it's called Triple Falls. And that is, in my mind and in my heart, that is the hidden meaning of the book. She falls in love 3 times. With Sean, with Dominic, and with Tobias. I'm just saying, there's a hidden meaning anywhere, and I probably could find some more, but that's the only one I could find. So that is it for today. I hope you liked my review, and I want to be making more book reviews, and they will probably get better as I get more used to them. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to check out my social media, they are right here, Instagram and TikTok. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. And I hope I will see you soon. Bye!